first fish. Toss them nice and far. Oh, damn, that was a good hit. Son of a bitch. Whoa. I want to cast towards the wall. Oh. It's huge. Oh shit. It's a keeper. For sure. Oh shit. Let me just get down here first without breaking my legs. This fish took the crab. It's actually right on the money. It's a little bit bigger, like maybe by a 1/4 inch. 15 1/4. I just got home with the keeper that I caught. As a matter of fact, this was a keeper from a different time, but I decided that I wanted to do a catch and cook, so here's the fish. First I wanted to check what was inside the fish's belly, and after cutting it open I noticed that it had a ton of baby mussel shells in there, a couple legs of, I guess, a sand flea, and here you see I pick up a crab claw, or part of one. So it just let me know that these fish eat mollusk and crustaceans, and I'm filling a steamer full of water, and I'm going to use, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7 cups of water, something like that. Just fill it up, and just so it can boil. Now I'm covering the fish here with some salt, just salting it up nice and lightly before I steam it up. You want to make sure you really get the inside of the fish. And here we go, I've taken the fish and I put it into a container. And these are scallions. And I'm rinsing them off before I prep them. To prep them, you gotta cut the ends off. Then cut the very white parts off of the onion. And we'll be using those in a second. And now I'm going to cut the ends of the green and just sort of remove any dead leaves or onions that aren't desirable. So we're going to put that in a nice pan that our fish can sit on. And I've got a few more onions. I figured there was a lot of fish, so we need more onions. And so those are two bunch of onions that I used, and I just sort of want to lay them in a way where they kind of, sit above the, they sort of stack up on top of each other a little. So here we are with the white parts, and I'm going to julienne them. And to do that, I'm just going to cut them in half, and then after I cut them in half, I'm just going to slice, very small, thin strips out of it. And I'm just going to do this with all of them. It takes a little bit of time, but once you get the hang of it, it's It's pretty easy and pretty fun. So there's the onions, and now we're gonna use ginger. And this is a piece of organic ginger, so it's gonna be a lot smaller, and in my opinion, they're a little more potent. So once you've got the skin off, you want to slice pieces of it. The longer you can get, the better. So what I mean by longer is just a bigger slice of ginger. You want to kind of make it look like a sheet of ginger. So once you're done cutting them into slices, you want to julienne them. So, turn the stack over and just cut them into strips. And then you want to lay the fish on top of the onions. That way the air or the steam can move underneath the fish's body. And what I'm also doing is using ginger slices to cover the fish. And as you can see, the pot's too small. So I cut the fish in half. And use scissors here. But you use the ginger basically to take any kind of fishy flavor off of the skin. And in the steamer it goes. So I've cut it in half. One half and then the other half. And I'm going to cover it. And generally you want to cook it about 7 minutes per pound. It's about a 3.5 pound fish. So we got to cook that baby for almost 20 minutes. Ballpark 20 minutes. So here I have the garnish that we just cut. Taking the fish off the heat, and I'm removing the pieces of ginger we put on there before we put them in the steamer. And now I'm covering it with the garnish.
I told her that I'm coming in at 9.
I'm going to get some hot oil going on now. Some soy sauce. A little more. Oil's pretty hot. And on all the garnish we go. So that is going to sizzle the freak out of all that raw onion. And there we go. The sauce and the fish flavor, it's all combined together. And that is a Chinese style steamed fish. She said it was overcooked. Tough crowd. But thanks for watching, guys.